What is your opinion on the previous biennales, titled International Ceramic Biennale, organized by the World Ceramic Exposition? Could you state your views on this in relation to the above? How do you feel about the initiatives taken by the Gyeonggi International Ceramic Biennale 2013? Please state your thoughts on the past and present status of the Biennale.
Thank you. Firstly, I define myself as an artist who works solo. And that means that I'm mostly involved with a lot of international events. But on the description of the first biennale and the subsequent biennales, you know, they've met the particular aspirations, you know, of people like myself, you know, who was looking for something that was a lot more inclusive than what had been my experience, you know, of major events that are classed as world events. You know, they tend to be dominated by some and with the exclusion of some, or it appeared to exclude certain people in their makeup. However, I would say, let's pause for a bit. Pause for a bit. Okay, I'll just read a little bit of what I've written down here. Is he ready? In contrast to what I just said, you know, this biennale has successfully brought a broad range of people together, whilst its focus has evidently remained on excellence and innovation. This continues to inspire me, you know, as a person.
So shall I move on to the second question? The theme of the Gyeonggi International Ceramic Biennale 2013 is community, with me, with you, with us. Could you say something about this, state your thoughts and views on this theme?
As not unrelated to the description that I gave in respect of the first question, this title that we have for this current biennale also indicates, you know, it really opens the road of accessibility to the very broad-based thinking. You know, not it's really inclusive, and I think it's a powerful construct that most people would find not very difficult to relate to. You know, and I can only wish it all the best of success.
And do you think it relates to ceramics very well, this theme?
It's important that it does, you know, but the way that it sounds, it could be anything. It could be any aspect of human endeavor, you know, that involves it. It emphasizes what binds us all, you know, rather than it's some kind of elite or some kind of exclusive event, you know, that does not that people need to find a way to gain access to. So, but I think it pulls together the importance of what binds us all as creative beings.
And you are aware of the fact that the present condition in the ceramic industry, including art markets, academic environments, education and so on, is struggling, and the phenomenon is universal, both in Korea and internationally. Could you relate this perhaps to your own culture or perhaps to where you are living, and what measures we can take to improve the current situation, and how do you see ceramics developing in the future?
Well, we are not exactly in isolation. If we're giving it a common denominator and a mathematical reality for everybody in the world, all of the world economy slows down and heats up, and it favors one part of the world more than the other. It swings about. So I think that's a factor that is constant to all facets of human endeavor, both direct commerce or our particular field of ceramics. But we need to continue to maintain our focus on developing our skills based on, we continue to support excellence and innovation, as I said earlier on, and this should see us through, provided at every stage, of the economy to which we are all subject to, we have quality, which is the only way we can describe what our product is within the context of world commerce. Our product is artistic product, it is craft product, but provided it is good quality at all times, it will always find its way within the world's economy.
Maybe could you say something about how this is being overcome in maybe UK?
There's a lot of concern in the UK, but I can speak for myself. Yes. The UK needs to do a lot more. If I'd had this opportunity to speak to to people in the UK that are willing to listen, I think we need to be more disciplined. We need to collectively maintain focus on innovation and protection of continuous inventions within the profession, rather than giving too much emphasis to politics. Politics tend to, even though it's quite important within the structure of things, but in relationship to people's creativity, we cannot give too much prominence to the play of politics. Then it would not benefit the whole of the human race in total. But we need to maintain a clear focus on exclusivity, which would enhance on restricted creativity. We saw these in examples of other human endeavor in sports, prior to in the 40s, when a lot of black people from America were allowed to participate in the World Olympics. We can say that has contributed immensely, to what we know about human capacities. And I think this responsibility is one that we all share in the whole world through.
Thank you very much for your opinion on finally, do you have any further suggestions for the Biennale to benefit from? You know, if you have any comments or suggestions that you wish to make to improve such international biennales?
I would give an example from the UK. It would help because that is what I know. This organization is a great organization that has improved, as well as inspired the whole world, you know, with its original brainchild of creating the first first World Ceramic Biennale. The whole world was excited by this, and it continues to come up with all sorts of very good ideas, you know. For example, the one we have now, you know, we discussed about it as it identifies what connects us all. You know, that is really very helpful. We can, in the UK, for example, if you won the Turner Prize, the Turner Prize organization has well-established procedure of promoting the particular values, you know, associated with the sort of titles that they give out. You know, this helps along the careers of those people who have those titles. You know, when they give out these awards, amongst other people who did not have these awards, it tends to create a kind of new situation of its own. You know. So I think we need to continue to promote the particular values that we represent by giving world titles to people. You know, the Korean Biennale can do a lot more in this aspect. But nonetheless, I should be very grateful to Mason Rim, who is somebody I might have met in England, but I'd already left the Royal College a few years before she came there. And I think she's really great, you know, in the way that she'd been able to maintain consistent support for a person like myself. I won the first Ceramic Biennale, and I'd just gone into the world, but 10 years afterwards, she'd invited me to a world-class exhibition in Korea. You know, that's substantial, and I think that's consistency. You know, so after you've been in the context of the Biennale, there should be continuity. You know, but here I am here. I'm almost 100% certain that is also connected with probably her recommendation. You know, so I think that aspect of the Biennale, as opposed to the politics of the Biennale or other aims of the Biennale to promote Korean culture. Yes, we can do a lot more to develop the strength, the capacity of the Biennale itself, you know, universally, you know, in such a way that it has an improved capacity to inspire artists. It's a major thing, you know. It's major to call something a world Biennale. You know, you cannot simply just imagine you would ever get any recognition within it. It's just too big, you know. So if that happens, you know, we really need to handle the significance of that, you know, with a lot of support. I'm grateful. I'm here.
Thank you very much for
Thank you so
to have
much.
this interview, and it's a great pleasure having you here. And what you've said is most invaluable because it really means a great deal to the Biennale, and also for the future of the Biennale, because at the moment for the 2013 we are undergoing, revision on the previous 12 years, and we are trying to make it a more stronger, substantial kind of compact Biennale.
It is without any question one of the best things that happened to the ceramics profession as art, and it can only be stronger. It should be supported to be stronger. It should be the clear channel, of intellectual challenge to the mainstream fine art, for which a lot of support is needed from the mother organization. On the inspiration of this biennale, a lot of other biennales have sprung up in Europe, and there's still the sort of measure of standard. So, well done.